Alright, what's up guys? So what I'm going to be talking about in this video is how I got my first paying client using LinkedIn. This is something that I find that not a lot of people are talking about right now, and it's a really great strategy. For me personally, it's worked much better than Facebook and Instagram and other outreach strategies that I've tried. So I hope that if you're beginning, you heard about social media marketing, hopefully this strategy helps you. So this is exactly what I do when I go out there and reach out to clients, potential clients. First thing that I do is I pick a niche. So I picked a niche. Let's say you're starting out and you decide that you want to go into the dentist niche. So you go dentist, dentist and people. And what you're going to do is you're going to go up top here and you're going to click second connection. Now the reason why you're gonna do this is this is the connections of your first level connections. Okay, so these are the people that you're looking to add. Okay, so apply. And what I do ideally is I pick. I don't stick to my own city. I go out and outreach to other cities. And um, what I've done here is actually, let's say you were looking for dentists in, let's say, Oregon. So you're going to put Portland, Oregon, put apply, second connections. So it's going to give you a list of all the dentists in Portland, Oregon. And what I usually do is I just go ahead and add all these dentists here. So I'm just going to go ahead and add, connect to all of these. You're just going to go down the line and just add like as many as you can. Now, if you're barely starting out with LinkedIn and you kind of just started out, barely set up your profile and everything, don't have any connections yet, this is gonna show up as kind of not as full. So what you're gonna notice is that the more that you add certain people in a niche, this is why it's important to add, only people in a certain niche, is because the more that you add them, they all know each other, so they all connect on LinkedIn. So once I add, for example, just one person here, and they accept my invitation request, I now have access to all their followers through the second connection that I showed on top here. So the more that you do it, it's like a snowball effect. The more that you have access to. So the more that you keep adding people, the more that you're gonna have access. Okay, so like I said, you're just gonna go down and add as many people from as you can from Portland, Oregon. Second, you could choose any city, and it's gonna be second connection. So pick the city, add a second connections, and what you're gonna do next is make a highly customized message specifically to that niche. So you're gonna find out their problems, what kind of solutions they're looking for, and you're gonna make it as customized as possible. So you want to add ideally their name and their city. What I would recommend, simply just through failure, I would recommend not putting links on there to anything external that will take them outside of the LinkedIn platform. I've found that I've gotten almost no replies on those. Um, because it requires a lot of compliance up first. You just add someone and you send them a message that requires a link. It's kind of, it's asking for too much up front. So remember that you're going to include their name and their city. Just make it as customized as possible so that if you were to receive a message like this, it would almost seem like it's not something that's mass mailed to everyone on LinkedIn. So last thing is a strong call to action. You want to make it as easy as possible for them to reply. Usually what I do is I do it as simple as, hey, reply yes if interested, something like that. And that seems to work pretty well. Remember that the call to action is very important because they're going to look at your message, and if they kind of are stuck wondering what they should do next, that's a bad thing, and that's going to really reflect on the results once you send all these out. So that's essentially what my strategy is. I basically pick a niche, I pick a city, add as many connections as possible, and then I send them a highly customized message, and I do this for each city. So once I'm done, for example, for Portland, Oregon dentist, I go ahead and do this for another city. It could be in that same state or it could be in a different state. Um, but it just keeps me organized, and I know that I'm not getting like double, you know getting like two people in the same like city, because that might not be a good thing. You'd be competing against your own ads. So I hope that this helped, and this is something that um, helps you with getting your first client. This has been extremely helpful for me, and a lot of people are not talking about this. So what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna put this Google Drive link on the link below. It's gonna be that first link down below in the video, and go ahead and check it out just in case you kind of forget any of the things that I mentioned here, and just have it as a reference. So if you have any questions, post it down below and I'll be glad to answer them for you.